Good morning, everybody. Good morning. It's JPR, and today we're going to be talking about some of the new footage that we got for the Pokemon anime in the New Year special. Now, in this special, we got to look at two very important upcoming episodes. The first one being Ash vs. Totem Gumshoes, and the next one obviously being Ash vs. Hala. Now, I'm not going to be talking about Ash vs. Gumshoes all that much because I already did a full-length discussion on this entire thing with KG, and that video will be on his channel, but that video ended up being like an hour long, so I was like, hey, I just want to condense some of my points into like a little 5 or 10 minute video here. I have no idea how long this video is going to be. I just want to talk about some of the footage that we got here and just my general thoughts on Ash vs. Hala alone. So whenever that video is up on his channel, I will link it down below so you guys can go watch it if you have some spare time in your hands. Like I said, it's an hour long, so just sit down, relax, and enjoy the whole thing. But I know for some people that is way too long, so I am just making this video alone to give some of my observations. Now, first of all, this battle looks great. If you watched my review of episode 8, then you know that I said that even without the 3D backgrounds, they made the battle between Ash and Lily's butler look very stunning. The hand-drawn animation is just working out so well. These scenes are so fluid. They just look very, very good. And it looks better than ever in this preview of Ash vs. Hala. Especially during the Z-move segments. We see 2 Z-moves will be used in this battle. First of all, Ash's Pikachu will be using Breakneck Blitz, the normal type Z-move, and Hala, of course, will be using All Out Pummeling, the fighting type Z-move. And there's this really epic moment at the end of the trailer where the 2 moves are about to clash and there's just switching back and forth, and it's so dramatic, you have to see it. And I think that's a good indication that this battle is going to be very well done. Now, there are still a few mysteries about this battle. First of all, how many Pokemon are going to be used? Is it going to be a 2v1, a 1v1? Because Ash only has 2 Pokemon, he only has Pikachu and Rowlet. So I'm just wondering, is it going to be like a 2v1 or a 2v2? Because we haven't seen Crabrawler. Now, in the games, Hala's team is Mankey, Makuhita, and Crabrawler, with Crabrawler being his ace that uses the Z-move. But here it's been switched up a little bit. Hariyama is the ace. In fact, Hariyama might just be his only Pokemon, because we really haven't seen any signs of the other 2. And that makes me wonder, like, why they went with this approach. Is there a possibility that Ash will lose this battle against Hala? Because it seems like a battle against an Island Kahuna would be a great time to debut a new Pokemon, that being Crabrawler, who has not been in the Sun and Moon anime yet. And we touched on this a little bit during our hour-long discussion as well. It's possible that Ash will lose the first battle against Hariyama so that he has more time to train in the school, have more time to spend and develop on Melee Island, because if he wins this right out of the gate on episode 10, then what else does he have to do on Melee Island? Like, does he just keep on doing the school thing like nothing happened at all? Does he go straight to Akala Island? What happens next? Now, of course, there is a chance that he could win this battle, and maybe he has to wait to go to the next island and they have more stuff for him to do, which would still be fine. But I don't know, the fact that Crabrawler is not a part of this battle, as far as we can tell, it kind of bothers me a little bit. Like, maybe Crabrawler will be in there, but he's not Hala's ace. Maybe that's the case. But again, that just seems kind of strange to me. Like, maybe Hariyama is the ace because he's the more intimidating Pokemon? I mean, they have definitely changed up Gym Leader's Pokemon in the anime before. Like, if you remember Valerie in the anime, her ace was actually Spritzy and not Sylveon. So maybe it's the same thing here. Maybe Crabrawler will be in the battle, but he's just not the ace. And going back to the Z-moves real quick, not only do they look amazing in this episode, but I love the fact that Pikachu is using the normal type Z-move, Breakneck Blitz. Because obviously that move has to come from Quick Attack, and I love the fact that Quick Attack is finally getting some emphasis. Like, it seems like Ash always has to end his battles with Thunderbolt or Electro Ball or something like that. Quick Attack is honestly forgotten about a lot, so the fact that this Z-move actually makes it kind of important is pretty cool actually. But you never know, it could result in a loss like I said before, which brings me to this next screenshot, which is of Ash and Rowlet using the Z-Ring. Now presumably Rowlet will also be using Breakneck Blitz at some point, just not in the same episode of Ash vs. Hala, so I'm wondering if this is a rematch, because if you look, it's a different background, it's a different time of day, and Rowlet does know the move Tackle, so Tackle could be powered up into Breakneck Blitz. I also don't think it's a coincidence that this scene is reused animation of Ash and Pikachu. from before. So it's quite possible that this is a rematch taking place in an entirely different place and different time later on in the series, where Rowlet actually gets the spotlight. Again, I would not be upset about that because, of course, I love seeing new Pokemon get development and spotlight. But regardless, we're just gonna have to wait it out and see how this goes. I am very hyped for this battle, or battles if there's a rematch. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Are you impressed with this trailer, and where do you think the Sun and Moon series is going to go from here? And again, if you want to hear our entire discussion, there is another hour's worth that you can listen to over on KG Prestige's channel. Thank you so very much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.